Hello everyone, I hope you're well and welcome to another reading vlog. I am currently reading Colette's Gigi. If you don't know anything about Colette, she basically has one of the most interesting lives ever. So she was a French woman who she married this famous author, who he was a famous author at the time and everyone thought he was this creative genius, and then it turned out that he didn't write any of the works that he published under his name. He would pay other people to write stories for him, he would publish them under his own name and everyone would go, oh my god, he's this genius, but really he didn't write anything. And Colette was his wife and he forced Colette to start writing books because they were running out of money, and she started writing books and then he realised, oh my god, she's really talented, and so he made her do this whole series of books that were like the Claudine series that became bestsellers at the time, and they were under his name, so everyone thought he was a genius. And then it's not till she divorced him that everyone realised these are actually her stories, they're not his at all. She went on to go onto the stage. She had such an interesting life, look her up. Really interesting life, and her most famous work is a novella called Gigi. In this book I've got Gigi and the cat, but I'm currently reading Gigi. It's about a girl who's about 15 years old and there's this very wealthy man who comes to her house who's a family friend and she's hanging out with him, and that's all I've got to so far, is that he's quite a sad man. His marriage has broken down because his wife has cheated on him, and then there's Gigi, this 15-year-old girl who's very fun and bringing kind of fun into his life, and she really likes him, and that's all I've got to so far. I don't know what's going to be in this reading vlog because we were going to go to some things but they actually got cancelled because of the virus. We have a virus in the UK called coronavirus, and so a lot of gatherings have been cancelled in the UK and Europe at the moment. So the things we were going to go to, we're not going to, so I don't really know what's going to be in this video. We are going now to the supermarket. I have not seen any of the panic buying yet because I've just been avoiding all of the supermarkets. I've only been getting little things that we need from little shops around here. I haven't been panic buying like a lot of people have. I've just been buying little things that we need here and there, but I need to go to Iceland because I'm still on Slimming World, and Iceland's the only place that does the Slimming World meals, and Slimming World kind of like different stuff, like they do side dishes as well, Slimming World sauces and stuff. And so because I'm still on Slimming World, I really want to get those ready meals, so I just need to get a few ready meals from Iceland. That's all I need to get, but we shall see. I will film if I see any panic buying or empty shelves or greediness. I will film that and I'll tell you, give you like a little review as to whether we can find anything or not, because I'm actually not sure. I'm not sure whether to believe the panic buying or not because I haven't seen it with my own eyes, so this will be eye-opening. I have to go to Iceland because that's where it does the meals. So I'm going to Iceland and the next clips you will see will be if there are any bare shelves. I just went to the supermarket and then I came back and cooked some dinner, but as you saw from the clips, so many of the shelves were empty. I couldn't believe it. There was no bread, there was no milk, and there was no veg or fruit at all. There was only really a few stuff, like tin stuff was gone, everything was gone. It was so bizarre. It was the weirdest thing ever, going in there and just being bare shelves everywhere. So we're fine, we've got enough like essential things that we need. We've got all our like bits and we got little shops around here we can go to, that's fine. But I do think people's panic buying, it's very greedy and it's very selfish, and I don't want to like rant about it, but I do feel like me and Dom, we have a car so we can drive to the supermarket and get the stuff that we need and then walk around here and go to the shops if we need other stuff, so we're fine. But people who are elderly or have disabilities or have like, you know, they can catch the virus easy, so they're not going out of their house. Very selfish for them because they can't just go to the corner shop and stuff because they've got to stay in more. So it is very selfish because there were people and they did have their like shopping trolleys really full up, and I just think, do you need all of that. I think it's because people are panicked because other people are panic buying, so they're like, well, if they're panic buying, we better start panic buying as well. But it's just very flawed logic, because if we all panic buy, which is, I showed you in those clips, that's what's happening now, there's nothing left for any of us. And then the most vulnerable people, they have literally nothing because they can't drive around to different places to get stuff. So it just seems all a bit over the top. Me and Dom have, how we've like changed our life since the virus is Dom has had to work from home. He works in an office and they've all been sent home for the foreseeable future. They have to work from home every day. So that's how it's changed our life. We would have gone to gigs this weekend because we normally go to the pub or we'll go see some live music, but we've decided not to go this weekend. Obviously, if me and Dom got the virus, you know, I would survive the virus, but then I would feel so awful if I spread it to someone else without knowing. So I don't know if I'm going to get the virus at some point, but I think just try your best to stay away from people. That's what I'm really doing, is trying my best not to spread it onto people, because even though people are like, well, it's just the flu, you know, I'll survive it, it's fine. It's like, yeah, you will survive it, but what if you spread it onto someone and they don't survive it, and you don't know that person, so you might not know the consequences of your actions there. So you've got to stay safe for other people, and so all kind of stay in. But it's so odd in Bristol because everywhere's open. All the theatres, all the cinemas, all the clubs, all the pubs, everything is still open at this point. Nothing has been shut. The opening hours haven't been shut. I saw at a venue, music venue around the corner from us, the Fleece, they have changed, a lot of their shows have been cancelled because the bands don't want to play anymore because of this virus, and they've put on loads of extra shows. They've put on like little talent shows, and they put on club nights and different stuff, and they've put more stuff on. So it's not like anyone's around here is scaling back because of the virus. People are still going to these big events. It's just me and Dom aren't. We're just kind of, we're not like completely in lockdown or anything. We're just not kind of exposing ourselves to that. We might get it anyway, we don't know, but we're just trying not to expose ourselves to it as much as possible. So now I'm back home, I'm gonna read some more of Gigi. It has been a few days since the last clips you saw. The last clips we were actually walking around our communal garden. We live in a block of flats, but we have access to a really nice communal garden. So we were walking around there, and over the last few days everything has changed. The UK has gone into lockdown, but you're allowed to go out for walks, you're allowed to go to certain places, but if the police see you out in kind of groups or sitting on benches and outside too much, then they will talk to you about it and just kind of move you on. So everyone is allowed outside and outside for exercise, but not to hang about or meet up with other people. That's the kind of situation. So much has changed in my life. Also, I'm going to give you a life update. We are no longer buying the shop. So that happened. We were buying a shop. I was buying a vintage shop. I did a video on the channel. Life update, was incredibly excited about it, but someone else was helping us buy the shop. And that person their business has taken a hit because of the virus, like all the businesses have taken a hit financially, and so they can no longer help us buy the shop, and there is no other way of us being able to buy that property by ourselves. So I am no longer buying a shop. So much has changed, but you've got to stay grateful. You've got to stay, at least haven't got the virus. At least my family members haven't got the virus. At least we're all safe, and we've got a great health service. You got to stay positive. I was obviously like really upset when I found out we could no longer buy the shop, because I bought loads of stock. So I'll be doing, whilst all this is past, probably like next year, I don't know, I'll be doing flea markets. So you can still come and see me, you can still come and buy stuff off me. I'll be doing Bristol Corn Street flea market probably every weekend. So you can come and see me and we can hang out. You've got to find some kind of silver lining, but I have been really devastated that we can no longer financially buy the shop. But so many businesses are taking a hit because of this virus. Etsy is my business, and that's like completely, like my income's just stopped from Etsy now, understandably, because people are, they don't know if they're going to have their jobs anymore. So they're not going to be buying stuff off Etsy, they're going to be saving money and stuff like that. And so, it's not, I'm trying like to stay positive about the whole entire situation, because even though I've been affected and I'm not having any income right now, when the virus is over and we're all allowed back out, I'm gonna have to get like a real job, a normal job, because I've built my Etsy business up, and now it's just completely like dead. So I'll need to do something else financially for money in the meantime. And I had all my hopes pinned on getting this shop and getting this vintage shop. We were gonna live there as well, so that was our accommodation as well, but this couldn't have been seen, and what isn't meant to be isn't going to be, kind of thing. That's how I'm seeing the whole situation now. It's 5 AM, I've got a blanket round me, I've just woken up, I did a face mask. I keep waking up really early, just kind of worried about the virus, worried about my friends and family. Obviously I live in a block of flats, so we all use the same communal door to get into the building. And it's just all a bit much. It's all a bit, we're all touching the same area. And to go out to the bins, we have to put in a code, because we have a communal bin area. So we have to have a code for that, and there's a separate recycling room. And I'm just like, we're all touching it. Like, we need to be washing our hands. I've really been washing my hands and everything. Me and Dom have been self-isolating for 2 weeks already. And that's because someone in Dom's building where he works in Bristol got the virus, and so everyone was told to work from home because of that. And Dom has he has asthma. I wouldn't say he has bad asthma, but he uses his asthma pump at night. Why did I say asthma pump? Oh my god. He uses that at night, and sometimes it kind of flares up his asthma, and so we've just been self-isolating because the virus is really bad for people who do have asthma. So let's lighten it up. My world's just crumbled like around me. My dreams are gone. I'm drinking out of a mug. I made my drink, and I was like, was I literally trolling myself? Follow your dreams. That's what my mug said. My dreams are crushed, okay? Like, even my mugs are mocking me. But at least my family are safe, and my family are well, and my granddad, who's 90, at least he's like well and everything, because you have to really protect vulnerable people and elderly people in this situation. So I am currently having some yogurt. I was going to crack into the chocolate. It's 5 AM. I've just got up, and I was like, I've got a Galaxy bar. It's not even mine, it's Dom's. He was like, Johnson, I was like, no. And so he like savours chocolate, so he like put it back in the fridge, and I'm thinking, do you know what, I think I'm just gonna eat it. But I'm not. I got some Greek yogurt instead. So I got a bowl of Greek yogurt. It's like mango, passion fruit, papaya, tropical fruits of the world, hand-picked in Hawaii. I don't know. It's all that kind of, nonsense. Like, it's, yeah, like mango-y thing. It's got like mango chunks in it. It's nice. I am still reading Colette's GG, because everything that's been going on with the shop and everything that's been going on with the virus in the UK and the lockdown and everything like that, I just haven't been able to concentrate. But reading is my escapism. I need to use this tool. It's kind of my form of meditation. Some people meditate, or some people do mindfulness. Mine is reading. So, and knitting, which I'll show you some knitting projects later today. I'm planning to like film my whole day, because we can't leave. We are just locked down, staying in. We only really go out to go around the communal garden, as I showed you in the last clip. You've seen all the clips of the communal garden, so I'll probably just be filming my thoughts reading and knitting, and it just feels like everything has changed. I suppose everything has changed because of this virus, but also personally, everything has changed. Like before this virus, I was gonna have a vintage shop. I had a Etsy business that was doing really well. And now I don't have an Etsy business. I'm gonna have to get a normal job. I'm gonna have to work in a shop for a while till I can rebuild my Etsy business. And I'm like not getting the vintage shop that I thought I was gonna get. And it's back to doing the flea market. But you know what? I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do the flea market. We can still see each other at the flea market, and I'll get a proper job and you can come and see me. I'll tell you where I'm working. And yeah, this virus is apparently supposed to take 12 weeks in the UK. The UK have just gone into lockdown, but not really in lockdown because they're not really enforcing it. Police are just moving people on, but they're not making a note of who those people are. So I think it's going to be the same people reoffending, and the tubes are still packed with people like that up against each other, breathing on each other. It's just all a little bit of a kind of nightmare at the moment, so nowhere near in control of the virus. So let's chill out now. I felt like I had to do that because I don't want to do a separate life update. I'm too upset to be ever doing that, to be sitting down and be like, here's another life update. So I'll just put it in there. Let's chill out. Let's get some French literature. Gigi, 15-year-old girl, with this man who his wife has cheated on him. He's older, he's a millionaire, and he goes and visits her grandma a lot, and she lives with her grandma, and Gigi is very fun loving, and she really likes him a lot, like as a friend. She likes him a lot and everything. I am gonna read that, and I'm gonna have my papaya hand-picked off pineapple trees yogurt. It's been a few days since I last picked up the camera, and I haven't read any more of Gigi, but I'm just about to watch an Agatha Christie film. The UK is currently in lockdown right now, so on TV there's a lot more films than usual. So there's an Agatha Christie film called Crooked House that has Glenn Close, Cruella de Vil, as I like to call her. I love her as Cruella de Vil. I love that 101 Dalmatians film so much. I know there's a remake with Emma Stone, which I am quite excited for as well, but Glenn Close will always be like my perfect Cruella de Vil. But anyway, there's a film, Crooked House. It doesn't have Poirot or Miss Marple in it. It's just about this young detective gets asked by a friend of his if he will investigate a murder or a death and see if the death is mysterious or anything like that. But it's Agatha Christie, so of course it's going to be mysterious. So I'm gonna go and watch that now. I'm gonna end this video here. I'm sorry if I've been really moany in this video. I've just been really low of spirits, and so I've just been very honest with the camera, so sorry if that hasn't been like the most happiest of videos, but I'm gonna stop this video here and then I'm gonna start filming a new video straight after because I'm feeling a little bit better. I feel like I've had a dark cloud over me and it's just lifting slightly, so I feel a bit happier. So thank you so much for watching this video, because I know it wasn't the happiest video. It probably was a little bit ranty and complainy. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you very soon for another one.